A lot of people do not understand why it is so important for us to continue to start more churches. Jesus commands us in the Bible to go and make disciples of all nations. The best way for us to do this is to start churches for every people, tribe, and nation around the world. If we are going to continue to reach every generation for Christ, we must continue to start churches as God leads us. Here's why. Today, 6.7 billion people live on earth. 2.5 billion people have heard about Jesus but do not believe in Him. 3.5 billion people have not had an adequate opportunity to hear about Jesus or to believe in Him. 740 million people believe in Jesus Christ on earth. Who will go to the remaining 6 billion people on earth and tell them about Jesus? In the book of Isaiah, it says, "And I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send and who will go for us? Then I said, Here am I, send me." Now let's take a look at how our Stonewater Church family is going to be sent by God to start churches all over the world.
This is where Stonewater started, Pastor Jeremy's home. We read in the Bible that the very first church gathered in each other's homes to eat, take communion, and worship together. All 4 churches that Stonewater has started in the United States in the past 5 years have met together in homes just like this. Before we tackle the whole world for Jesus, let's allow God to take control of our own lives. Think about your own home. How could God use your home as a starting place for people to come to Jesus? You could host a journey group in your home, or you could invite your buddies over for a barbecue and tell them what Jesus has done for you. Who knows, maybe one day your home could be the launching pad for one of Stonewater's brand new churches. If we're going to start churches and reach every generation for Christ, we must be willing to use everything that we have to win people to Jesus. Today I'm standing at Stonewater Church's Glen Rose campus. We never imagined that God would open up this amazing opportunity for us to start a new campus right here in Glen Rose. God works in ways we never dreamed possible. Currently, we're starting a new church in Cleburne, Texas called Stone Lake Church. At the exact same time, we're starting our new campus right here in Glen Rose. If we're going to reach an entire generation for Christ, we must continue to start churches. And here's how you can get involved in starting a new church in your own backyard. For everyone interested in attending our new Glen Rose campus, please take note of this. Next month, starting on Sunday night, November 14th, we're going to have our first planning meeting to start training you to serve at our Glen Rose campus. Our first Sunday morning service will take place on December the 5th, followed by 2 worship services on January 9th and January 30th. The official grand opening of Stonewater Church of Glen Rose will take place on Sunday morning, February 13th. Over the past 5 years, Stonewater has been able to start 11 churches all over the world. But how will we win the world to Jesus by only starting 2 churches per year? Here's how we're going to start more churches in the future. Stonewater is going to start a church planting training center that will prepare church planters and people just like you within our own church to be sent out by God to start churches within the U.S. and the world. Jesus invested into men and women who went on to change the world. And Stonewater will do the same by putting our resources into men and women who are called by God to start churches. Maybe God wants you to help in one of our new churches in Glen Rose or Cleburne. Or perhaps you're ready to go global and get involved in starting churches in other countries. What would our world look like if we all got involved in church planting around the world and reached every generation for Christ? There's a huge world out there that needs Jesus, and Jesus wants you to be on mission for Him. Chuck and Julie Schreiber are on mission for Jesus. Chuck and Julie are members at Stonewater. Chuck works for the Granbury ISD, and Julie is a pediatric nurse. Chuck and Julie are Stonewater's newly appointed point people to Zambia. They are on mission for Jesus in Zambia, Africa. Let me describe to you how you can be on mission for Jesus in another country, just like Chuck and Julie are to Zambia. A point person at Stonewater is called by God to help win people to Jesus in other countries. Chuck and Julie are responsible for developing a strategy for our church to help local missionaries in Zambia start churches. They will prepare teams of people from Stonewater to travel to Zambia this summer to assist in building projects, host evangelistic events, and work with orphans in need. Chuck and Julie did not have to quit their jobs or move their family to Zambia to win people to Jesus in that country. All it takes is prayer, research, training by our pastors, and a love for the people of Zambia. Chuck and Julie are truly on mission for Jesus. Ken Freeman is another point person at Stonewater. Ken and his wife Margie are members of our church. Ken is a battalion chief for the Fort Worth Fire Department, and he is on mission for Jesus along the Amazon River in Brazil. Just like Chuck and Julie, Ken's goal is to develop a team of people from Stonewater who will win people to Jesus in Brazil. He will be working with local missionaries to start churches all along the river there. So far, Stonewater has started 2 new churches in Brazil as a result of our people being on mission for Jesus. In the Bible, God said, "Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?" What would your life look like if you said to God, "Here I am. Use me to be on mission for Jesus in another country"? Our goal is for God to call people in our church who will become point people to another country and to help start a whole bunch of churches there. Another goal is for Stonewater to send as many people as possible to go on mission trips all over the world. Are you Stonewater's next point person? Are you willing to go on a mission trip so that we can tell more and more people about Jesus? Let's celebrate, because over the past 5 years, God has been able to do some amazing things. We have started 11 churches throughout the world, 6 new churches right here in the U.S., and 5 new churches in Mexico, Brazil, and Germany. Currently, at all of our church plants throughout the world, we have over 2,300 people that worship God on a weekly basis. Stonewater Church has also played a huge role in baptizing over 600 people worldwide. I want to thank you, Stonewater Church, for doing your part in helping us start churches all over the world.